Been trying to get all of you all night.
Hello, I've just landed in Venice. It's the first stop of 4 cities on this Euro trip for me. It's gonna be 11 days. I've never been to Venice or Italy at all. And I just checked into my room. Air Canada tragically broke my handle, which looks so ridiculous. I don't know how they did that. Before I actually head out and show you the streets of Venice, here's what my accommodation looks like. Nice green cabinetry, I dig it, and a little balcony. And you'll notice there are 2 beds here, 2 twins, because I have a mystery guest joining me. You'll see her in a little bit. Some of you can probably guess by already looking at our Instagrams, but her flight lands in maybe like 2 hours. But it's actually not just the 2 of us. This trip is actually my first group travel to Europe. It's gonna be 30 people and it's an EF ultimate break trip. There's actually a bunch of reasons why I chose to do a group trip this time, but I'm super excited. I already met a few of the people on the bus ride from the airport. I'll shut up now because I'm sleep deprived after 1.5 hours of sleep on the flight. I'm probably not making sense and you'd rather see clips of Venice, so here we go.
If it's fine by you, I'll take the passenger seat. We can drive around to the sky and see meet. If it's fine by you, I'll take the passenger seat. I got my hands out the window, feeling the ocean.
My mystery guest said she's here, so let's go. Surprise her, kind of.
If it's fine by you, I'll be next to you. If it's fine by you, I'll be beside you, speeding down the highway with the...
Good morning, it's day 2 in Venice and actually our last full day, so you're about to see a lot of Venice, but you best believe I'm gonna make the most of it. We are up early, it's 7 a.m. Anne-Marie already went down to breakfast and I'm dressed. Need to finish tying this, but work has been so busy for me that I barely had time to plan anything, so that's why it was so convenient to have a group trip where the schedule is made for you. It's made by local people. I don't even have to really like research where to eat food because the local guides will give you recommendations based on what you ask them, so everything is really taken care of for us, and that just feels so good after doing so many Europe trips where every single morning I was planning the agenda and figuring everything out, and it's nice that everyone has a 7 a.m. call time, so we're all up and early together and nobody's allowed to sleep in. So let's eat breakfast and hit Venice.
Rules of the bus, okay? Say good morning to Sergio.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, Sergio.
Buongiorno, Sergio. Did I get it? Do you want to introduce yourself, Marco? I don't know what that was, but...
Then we're gonna reach the shore of the beautiful island of Venice. We're gonna walk 10 minutes and we're gonna be found our guides in front of the most important statue that we have.
We are really out here. We made it to the most touristy city in Europe, probably. We're missing our group. We're already the delinquents, but you know, gotta get that content. This is Morgan. She was nice enough to befriend Anne-Marie and I, and she came here with her boyfriend from
Dallas,
Texas. So it's mostly Americans on the trip, but I'm pretty sure anyone can book this, right? Like anyone.
Spicy.
Just went on a glass tour.
I love hanging out with Catherine because she has the funniest sayings. I hope you catch that in the vlog.
I think I said spicy in it. Anyway, very busy here in Venice, as you can see. Oh, we're coming down. My favorite part of that glass blowing was when he was doing the horse. The legs were straight, and then he bent them, and it was just like, oh, I think you can hear it on the clip. I was like, oh, because he's an old man making a tiny horse.
Did you hear him humming?
No.
He was humming. It was so cute.
And now we're going to go on a classic gondola ride. Not my first, because I've been to the Venetian in Las Vegas. Would not recommend. Try to stay away from, I mean, if you're gonna stay anywhere in Vegas, I think the Venetian's the best, but it's very, very cringy. Oh, fam's all here. This is so cute right here. On our way to a free rooftop.
I would really, really like it if this was red. That would just really...
It's our first red escalator. Comment below if you've ridden on a red escalator.
We'll be like 30 minutes approximately to our final destination of tonight. Tonight is gonna be like Vigna Luna Estate.
All right, a little outfit change because I'm trying to be a good vlogger. Hi, Hannah. Time for some wine. That was like a vine. That could have been a vine. On camera. Oh my God. All right. While I have this opportunity to walk alone in a vineyard, I want to talk about a question I get so much in my DMs, and by so much I mean probably once a month, and on my YouTube comments, which is how do I afford, how do I make it happen to travel so much with a 9-to-5 job, which is actually a 7-to-3 job. Anne-Marie's following me, so now I have to walk a little faster. It's the lone vlogger aisle. The short answer is that I honestly travel to visit friends like 70 to 80% of the time. So my trips to Seattle, Charleston, Atlanta, these were all trips where I stayed with friends, which I know I've talked about before because it's a cheaper way to travel, so that's how I afford to, is that I never really book somewhere I have to pay for a hotel. If I do, I stay there one night. Sometimes, which is option 2 for when I travel, it'll be a work trip that I turn into a hybrid personal trip, which I've talked about before. It's called bleisure, fun little term for business and leisure travel. So for example, if I have a meeting in DC and I have a friend in Boston, I'll usually come out the weekend before the meeting. So I'll book the flight on my company's dollar from SF to DC, and then I pay for the little tiny flight to Boston, because that's not for work, so I can't expense that. And then Joby will pay for the flight back from the East Coast, so from Boston to SFO. So that way I get to stay for free. It's a tiny little flight that I pay for. So it ends up working out well. And then before we go, drink some wine. So sometimes I'll take these international trips, and I'll try to do one a year. Like I will save up for it. This trip, I'm collaborating with EF on, which so far it's been amazing. Great company. Our tour director is so funny and wonderful. Hope that wasn't too terribly boring, but I did want to address the question at least once because I get it a bunch. But I make it a priority. Whether it's work travel, it turns into personal travel, or personal travel because I have friends conveniently located in fun locations. That's how it happens.
It's fruity.
Cheers. All right, we are leaving Venice in approximately 15 minutes. It's day 3, and get ready for some bus footage, scenic bus footage.
Could you say this every time? This is the new world, you told me lightly. Oh, and how could it end? Let it fall in my lifetime. I don't really like that. I don't really like that.
Get some snack, something to eat. You can have a second.
So, our next location is Innsbruck, and then Salzburg.
In the shower, and you're completely naked. Ah, God, yeah. Goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. I learned that from Project Runway. Here we are in Austria, in Innsbruck, at this lovely, some sort of
Hofburg.
I think this is the castle.
It means Imperial Palace.
This is the Imperial Palace. Morgan knows. It's like almost like a layover of our bus trip because we're making our way to Salzburg, which is where our hotel is. But I've never been here before, and I don't think anyone I know has been here before. So now we're going to this little Rainbow Row. What do you think, Anne-Marie? Beautiful. Beautiful.
Gave me 2 salmons.
They gave me
First meal in Austria. My favorite couple.
Old Lincoln fountain. Biggest drinking fountain I ever did see.
Is he laughing? He's kind of like smirking a little bit.
Laughing at me? No, we don't know.
We don't know if I can drink it.
Wait, go back, go back.
It's not it. And now we are off to the land of Sound of Music. Years, everyone back, hey, like yes. Salzburg. Bye. We are getting ready for our first morning in Salzburg in Austria. I tried to go for a Euro look. We'll see if it works.
Their opinion.
Yeah.
American.
Do I look American now?
I don't want to
And
tell
then-
you.
Euro now.
Sayara. I think it's very cute.
Yeah, so that's why I decided to wear glasses today. It's gonna be a rainy day, which I'm kind of actually excited about. I feel like it'll be very picturesque. Oh, look at that beautiful nose. Your way to beautiful, girl.
I like your hat.
I do like it.
Yes. B3.
I just said they probably get so many tips because they're so attractive.
They were so cute and they were really, really good. Y'all mind if I join a polka band? I came here in high school and Anne-Marie came here
Just
this year.
It was packed.
And when I came, it was really sunny and I was like 17, so I didn't really experience it much.
I came in the winter and it was cold and it was packed. It's actually kind of nice
Because they have Christmas markets in winter. I love it here though. We love Mozart. Mozart looking good. It's like a fair right now because it's the day that one of their cathedrals was created. So it's like a Ferris wheel somewhere, but we are just going from one festival to another festival here, and then we're going to Oktoberfest in Munich tomorrow, which I'm stoked about. Like, I'm not a huge beer gal, but this beer is like lighter and not as like, it's like just like lighter and like more.
It's not hoppy.
Not hoppy.
Not hoppy at all.
No.
There's 0 hops. I think it's just maybe like wheat, water, and ale.
Yeah, it's just easier to drink. Rush! Woo! What a cute tent. I'm really in love with this. Wow. All right, today we got a lot of free time, which was really, really nice. So we explored the Rupertiertag Festival. Very sweet and nice here, and I don't even mind it raining. We road tripping, baby. On to the next one. And I won't show the rest of my face because I'm not looking. I'm looking haggardy.
Haggard light.
I'm a hag today. So we're here in Munich, München. I'm very subdued and sleepy, so hopefully I can kick that. Henry has been here more times than anybody that lives here has. And it's very pretty. Oktoberfest soon, but hopefully we get to actually feel what the city is like, not just the beer tents.
You were never made for me. Now I gotta keep it. You are my anxiety. It's more than a feeling.
Such a beautiful place. I can't believe I'd skipped over it on my past Europe trips, but it is pretty far south, so yeah.
Very pretty in the winter.
Pretty in the winter. Yeah, I need to come to the Christmas markets because, you know.
Get blue wine.
Blue wine. Got the Stairmaster 3000 out here. Going up to the tower in München, which Marco said you can see the Alps from, which I'd be stoked about. It's a very beautiful day. How many floors is it?
It was a pretty tall tower.
I know, but how many floors? Floor 3. Staying strong. Floor 4.
Take a break.
Floor 6. Floor 9. We're taking a break.
We're just gonna take a little break. 5 floors, and you'll be there.
Okay.
That's less.
Is this it? 14. 14 floors later, it looks like this. Oh, Morgan did it.
I just don't know how.
Well, I'll let you guys decide if those 14 floors are worth it based on the views I'm showing here. I take it back. I'm not letting you guys decide if that was worth it. I decide it was worth it, but my hands were shaking the entire time, so sorry if that footage was bad.
You were never made for me.
This market just never ends.
You are my anxiety. It's more than a feeling.
I want to say that surfing thing was so cool.
It was so cool.
It's on our bucket list now, so we'll be back in 20 years to vlog that by 30. And we have nice falafel. We've been eating so much just plain bread, and now we have some veggies, some protein. I got the halloumi. I love the falafel. I love my, thank you.
So good.
Because they have good like doner kebab falafel in Germany, just beware.
That was really smart.
We got Hansel and Gretel. Here's my wrinkly dirndl. There's my dirndl. We got a non-wrinkly and a wrinkly dirndl. Will be way worse. We may or may not be birding to Oktoberfest.
It's the fastest way.
Just millennial things,
And
but
it's fun.
alrighty. Oktoberfest gang. Oktoberfest spotted. Woo! I am so very excited. Me too. I only brought $40 to cut myself off.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. Uh-oh. Oh my god. So 1 million people come here a day, and what they say? And there are something like 7,000 hospitalizations a day, I think? Like a day. So it's very dangerous out here. And it's actually mostly Australians, Italians, and Austrians, not even Germans, so interesting dynamic. Oh my god, what is that? Whoa. Look at that! And that's not even the ride. It's basically the state fair out here, I mean, so far, before we get to the beer tents. Beer tent option number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. The sun is setting on Oktoberfest. We are on our way to have our first beer. It's the morning after Oktoberfest. How you doing? And all was afraid. That was wild, almost too wild. And I'm tired because of it. And it's rainy, and we're here to see the highlight of my trip. The reason I booked this trip actually was the Neuschwanstein Castle. You'll see in a minute why. It's just so beautiful, but it's kind of a dumb reason why I wanted to see it so bad. There's a ride at Disneyland called Soaring Over the World, and every single time I'm on that ride, it shows this beautiful panorama, like video of this castle, and it's the inspiration behind the Disney castles. So, you Disney nerd is excited. I know it's lame, but it's the truth. And we are here. Nothing has ever looked better. Oh yeah. All right, and up we go. We have to walk up 40 minutes to get there. Wasn't too bad of a walk, but it's very far out of the way of Munich or really any other city. So that's the main reason why I booked this trip, because I knew on a normal trip that I'd be planning myself, I wouldn't be able to come to these remote destinations. But because we have a bus and we are making our way to Switzerland, it was perfect timing and just location. So on another note, someone just DM'd me because they've been seeing how much travel I've been doing and asked how I get so much PTO. Just really depends on the company. Morgan here gets unlimited PTO because she works for her family company. Adobe and any tech company usually gives you unlimited. So I actually don't even have unlimited because I'm an hourly employee. I have 2 days a month, so that makes out to be 5 weeks. And typically you can always say you're working remotely, or if I go to like Seattle or something, I can always work out of the Adobe office there and it doesn't count as PTO. So there are workarounds, but just plan it in advance and request it like 2 months ahead, and your manager usually doesn't say no. And I also know when my busy seasons are, so the end of the quarter. So September is the beginning of a new quarter, so it's like usually the downtime. So be strategic, plan for yourself, but also don't protect your PTO. It's made to be used, not just cash out. That is Disneyland, the back side of the castle. How freaking beautiful. It feels a lot like Washington State out here. So green and beautiful. Pacific Northwest vibes. Well, that was an extremely valuable detour. And now we are off to the most expensive country in Europe. Well, 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 look who just popped into Switzerland. I am a big fan of lake towns, so this is just bliss for me. I can't believe how beautiful this little cliffside is. This is Lucerne, Switzerland, or rather a smaller town called Gersau, I think. I'm still learning my pronunciations. We just arrived 1 minute ago. So we're gonna enjoy our final one day, really. It's, yeah, I guess 2 days because Anne-Marie and I extended our trip by 1 day. So time to check in and enjoy the last moments of EF.
You and I can stay in on a Saturday night. We don't gotta go out just to have a good time. All we need is take out in a bottle of wine. We don't need that much to have the time. You and me, and that's enough. That's enough for me. We don't need that fancy stuff. All you need to know. You and me, and that's enough. We got no worries.
We're taking a boat to the Alps.
We got no worries. We got no
We made it to the land, and now we go up the tram. Your favorite annoying vlogger's got the front train. Yeah. So we have the premiere view. Look at that. You gotta be the squeaky squeal, people, and then you get the grace. Advocate for yourself.
Squeaky squeal.
Vocalize your goals. Manifested it.
I know that you are thinking of me. You can know that you like me, yeah. And I run you a many girls, but you're always ignorant, yeah. I know that you are thinking of me. You can know that, yeah. And I run you a many girls, but you're always ignorant, yeah. I know that you are thinking of me.
We took that wonderful tram to the top. And it's definitely got cloud cover, but where our lunch spot we picked is, got your little Sammy with a view.
Then face tomorrow. Every time I look in your eyes, it gets harder.
That's a wrap. Bye, Marco! Good morning. It is our last day on the EF trip. It's a very emotional going away dinner, and I am just feeling so overwhelmingly happy that I am on this Italy, Germany, Switzerland trip. It is breathtakingly beautiful. What's different about this trip versus my other Europe trips is that not only am I gonna miss this view and these places and these experiences, I'm gonna miss the freaking people. Like, I literally have 31 people to miss, including Marco, our tour guide, who is just like one of the most interesting people I've ever met, truly. It is just so cool to travel and see these things, but actually experience them with other people that hopefully we'll meet up with later. I just didn't know how special it could be to travel with a group like this and have friends wherever you go, and it is really such a rewarding experience. And if you haven't checked out EF's site yet, I have it linked down below. If you want to book a trip, it's $100 off with Catherine 100. I highly recommend you look at the trips and see if anything piques your interest, because this is a completely different way to travel, and it's the right way to travel, in my opinion. I can't wait to go on my next trip and meet new people and even reunite with people on this trip on another trip, potentially, which they do at EF. So, thank you to EF. Thank you to everyone on this trip that made it so special and a reason to wake up every single morning and get out on that bus and go do things. And if you have any questions whatsoever about EF, leave those in the comments. I'm happy to respond based on my experience. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and Katherout.